the best way to empower yourself. Greetings, dear, precious, beautiful spirit soul that you are. Just acknowledge you. You're listening here or watching, and I know who you are. You know, what is this? The most important thing we can really do to empower ourselves. Well, it's really the investment we make in our consciousness. You know, what we study, what we learn in that sense, and also how it teaches us to keep going back into our own inner knowing. Because what we're really learning are steps or tools that we can use, pieces of the puzzle, so to speak. And we know what we're looking for because you know it when you found it. And you know when you haven't found it because there's still that void inside, that there's something missing. And the something missing is you, actually. That's all that there is. And how to really empower ourselves is to take the power back that we have given to the mind, to the thoughts, to words, definitions. You say, well, how could I do that? How could I live without this? We have to get our own knowing is so far superior, beyond anything that could be conceived of by the mind. And all the mind can conceive of is a digital reality, basically, because it's like an overlay that causes us to shift our perception. And you want spiritual perception. And with spiritual perception, there's basically no microcosm. That does not exist, because it's only the totality. And yet in the totality, there's variation and differences. It's this ant just decided to bite me on the toe. Can you believe it? I think he lost it. Beast, I was attacked. Anyway, I know he probably was wondering if it was going to taste good. The body. Anyway, so the key, the best thing we could do then is to activate our spiritual perception. And that is through that investment of because we rise and fall by our associations. And that, even besides in people, is what we read or what we see, we watch, we hear, we talk about, we're listening, all that's coming in, and then the mind is evaluating it in the system that only operates there because it's a limitation. We don't operate within a system. So when you know who you are, then part of what you need to do is to take away the power that you have given to the faults. And how you do that is withdraw your emotional reactions to every single word. And how are you going to know to do that? You start notice the words that get your reactions and what they do. Start observing that. People say, what do you mean? Or what am I going to do? You have a mind. It's running your life. It's actually channeling your destruction through it, your imprisonment, your enslavement, because it's the only device that it captured us. It was probably like a cockroach trap. Check in, but you never check out. Well, I think I'm not going to be checking in then, am I? Say, so you can't get out of it. Because then you're going to say it's real and you're in it. You can't do that because you're then saying that you're see it's a business plan, basically. Free energy. So the key is for yourself is to you start noticing the words that have power over you, that you've given power to and you've anointed, and in relationship or anything else. So people calling each other names in relationships, or you all love each other and the next minute you hate each other and you're going to destroy each other, and all of this is drama, because it shows how ignorant. The more drama a person has in their life, this shows the greater level of their ignorance as to who they are, because we don't need that. There's always been here in our history. Who's writing those books? What are they telling you? What are they trying to make you believe? And first of all, that you're powerless. Powerless. And that's always a lie. Whatever you start to notice, what you've been taught to believe, who you are and what you are, blah, blah, from where did it come through? What was the purpose? It's to make you small, less. and others more, you see. So that you believe you never have enough, and then you're playing the more and less game, and you're battling yourself in your own mind, you see. The greatest thing that you could do to empower yourself is to have spiritual vision, spiritual knowing, spiritual centeredness. And that, I realize I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars on whatever I needed, you see. I invested everything that came to me in my work and in others to helping me and helping others, you see. Because when you begin to realize it's not natural, something's wrong here, something's wrong. And then you go, all this stuff and all this stuff. So many people, if they don't look, they don't listen, forget about them. No. But what you do is you must do it for yourself. You must be that selfish, because in that selfishness, you're unselfish. Because you have to realize it for yourself, or it's a lie. And when you realize and who you are, saying it through Yeshua in the Essene Gospel of Peace, that when he appeared, he glowed. This isn't because he had supernatural, we all have supernatural powers, but it's his real being was emanating through the cleanliness also of his own physical temple body, not as a crematorium, you see, for dead animals, you see, tortured living entities, human beings. The greatest thing is to have spiritual vision and a soulful heart of the divine feminine, you see, and to marry that and beyond with absolute fullness and wholeness that you are, nothing missing. And to do that, demotionalize all, because it's the word that generates the emotion and the intention. And your intention is a spiritual contract and will manifest. More on that next. Yeah. Breathe into your heart. Withdraw the emotional impact of the words. Notice what they are, and notice what they really are. And never let anybody take your bliss. My book, Live Your Bliss, get it, is good.